Hello, everybody on Facebook and YouTube. This is Hot Secret. I've been absent for a while. I've been really busy, and I haven't really posted a lot of stuff because I've been, thinking about the things that I put on Facebook, and if I have an audience, I have to make sure what I put out there is the right stuff. I have lots of videos. I'm working on putting them together so I can keep you informed on my salon and all the things I'm doing. I've been battling with myself for a week to see if I really want to put something up concerning Whitney, because Whitney's death is more touching to me more than most people probably. I've never met her, but if I don't say what I'm gonna say right now, I think I'll be disobedient. And this is Saturday, the day of Whitney's funeral. A week to the day I found out that she died, and it was really shocking for me. Also, like a disappointment, because I feel like, God gave me a message and I didn't follow through. So when I heard that Whitney died, I really took it hard. And for those of you that are skeptical and you don't believe anything, I'm a woman of my word and I don't make things up. And I didn't want to be one of those people that write off Whitney debt. I don't think you're supposed to write off people's debt. And the story I'm going to share with you, not many people might believe, but if you looked at the videos that I have posted, you'll realize that I'm telling the truth. About 6 months ago, I was going through a really rough time. Just trying to figure out my life and what I'm going through and what my purpose is. And everybody knows on Facebook I've been, advertising my book, and my book is about my experience as a stylist. And it's not even my experience, but the title has always been powerful, and I never really know why God chose that title, but I'm very obedient. And brokenness is something that's been happening in the world, and it goes on a wide scale. It could be, your relationship, it could be your family, it could be your business, it could be a celebrity. We all get broken. It's just, do we trust God enough to restore us? And my book's been finished since last year, but I didn't want to put it out because I feel like I wasn't pretty much healed from the situation that I was writing about, and I wanted to take time to reflect and understand my purpose, understand what I'm supposed to do when I print it. But anyhow, I'm not here to promote my book. I'm going to be doing a different video for that, but I want to share this story with you. And I know many people have things on Facebook concerning Whitney, but mine is a confirmation. And it was kind of scare. I was kind of scared actually, and I didn't really want to say anything because I don't want people to think I'm weird or something. But 6 months ago, I was going through a rough time, as I said, and I literally didn't. I was really going through a hard time, just emotionally, a spiritual struggle, I would call it. Just at that place where you really just don't care about nothing else, so you just want to please God. I've always been a spiritual person, but I think, the profession that I do, you get caught up in things. You get, the expectations is put on you so much that sometimes you wonder, you give and give and give, and is it worth it? And for me, I've always been grounded. I always know that God is first in my life, and I've always tried to please Him. 6 months ago, I was going through a rough time concerning my business, my book, everything. And I remember really, really broken. And I went out on my knees. I always do this. Something I do all the time. I pray. You can tell people your story, but what does it solve? Nothing. It goes around in circles, becomes a gossip or whatever. I was really praying hard, because I was just like, everything that I thought I believed in disappoint me. And I just didn't understand. And I was crying and I was praying and I was just seeking God. And I remember praying and going to my bed. This was probably in September, early part of September. And I remember going to my bed and I had a weird encounter with the Holy Spirit in my dream. And I say Holy Spirit because, Oprah talks about these ha-ha moments, but you have to know God's voice. You have to know when he talks to you. And I feel like I know his voice. He's talked to me many times concerning my projects, concerning my life, my decisions that I've made. And I remember going to my bed and I remember the Holy Spirit coming to me and saying, you know what, Stacy, do you think you're the only one broken? Really? Do you really think you're the only one broken? There's many people in the world that are broken. And I guess when you're going through stuff, God always kind of show you, maybe a friend, a mother, a client that you need to minister to because maybe they're going through the same thing. Your testimony can actually heal somebody else's brokenness. Anyhow, in the middle of my dream, the Spirit came to me and it says, you're not the only one broken. And I got it. I was like, okay. And he actually brought up 3 celebrities to me. One of the celebrities was Whitney Houston first. The second one was Rihanna. And the third one was Lauryn Hill. I'm not saying these people are broken. That's just what the Spirit brought up in my vision, my dream. But for Whitney, he was more specific. He literally said to me that she's broken. And I need to use my fan base on Facebook to help her. And he gave me instruction to start a page called Sister Supporting Sister. And pretty much in the dream, he pretty much said to me, if we don't pray her back to life, she's going to die. I'm not lying. I'm not making this up. And I'm one of those people that when I have crazy visions, I talk my dreams a lot and my visions, whatever, in my salon a lot to my clients, conversation. And I remember sharing it with a few people that came in that month of September, and I was very like, okay, whatever. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to start a page called Sister Supporting Sister. And I just felt like the name Sister to Sister was just to deal with some of the concerns I had, that as sisters we don't support each other. And I thought it was more of a title that I'm going to use when my book comes out. I was going to start an organization to give back to women because that's who I cater to daily. Anyhow, I'm not a Facebook person. Like you guys can see by what happens on Facebook. I don't update often, someone does it for me when they're available. But I remember my client coming in my chair and I had my laptop in the salon and I told her the dream. I told her that, God asked me to create a page for Whitney called Sister Supporting Sisters. And I'm supposed to I told her exactly what to write. She put my text up, what's on my mind, what this page was about. And the whole point of the page was to get people to leave, videos or from YouTube and little prior, for Whitney, little, comments of the best, what they love about Whitney. I literally did the page, and within my own distraction, I didn't really get back to the page. I did the page, so I felt like I committed to what God told me to do, but I didn't follow up and keep the page active and promote it because, as I said, I'm not a Facebook person. The whole point of the page was I was supposed to do Whitney, and after we've prayed for Whitney, I was supposed to do Rihanna, then I was supposed to be doing Lauryn Hill. Now, I'm not going to say that these people are going to die. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying the page was supposed to be used for positive to uplift these women at this time. I don't know what God's going to do with their lives, what he's trying to do, but that was the instruction I was supposed to be doing. And I really felt bad on Saturday because at the salon we didn't have the TV on. We had the radio on, and there was no commercial. There was no advertisement of Whitney's death. And I remember it was snowing really bad outside, so it was really slow. And as we were there talking, we were talking about the best black movies and some of the best artists that we like. And I remember Whitney. We didn't even know Whitney had passed, but we were talking about Whitney, and we were saying like she's one of the best, singers of all time, and God's gonna bring her back, and she's gonna sing and overcome all this foolishness that she's been experiencing. And when I got home and Carlene called me and told me Whitney died, I honestly broke down. I broke down not because I could have stopped Whitney's death. I broke down because I felt disobedient. I felt like, who knows, the same thing we're doing on Facebook right now about concerning Whitney and putting what we love about her, if that hype was started from my group to pray and love her back to life, I don't know what would have happened, but I just felt like I felt really bad. I felt like I was disobedient, and I'm deeply saddened, that we don't support people when they're down. We love them when they're on top, and we don't care when they're, breaking. And I think that's why I've always questioned the love of God, because He's the only true person that loves you in all of your brokenness. Even in your brokenness, He loves you. He digs down deep and He restores you. He forgives us, and He never brings it up for mention. And I'm really sad, and I pray that this is a lesson to all celebrities and everyday people, that we will be careful to love people. Whitney did a lot of songs about love, and at times she probably felt unloved by the people that she poured her spirit into and gave her all to. And I just want to say sorry to Whitney for not celebrating people while they're alive, instead of tolerating them. We do that a lot, but I just want to be obedient and share my story, because I really think God did minister to me. And if you don't believe me, you could check my group, the date it was started. There's a few people that can vouch for what I'm saying, because I literally told them what I had dreamt. And I guess I didn't believe when they mentioned Whitney on the plane acting out, and they were talking about her doing a new movie. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with Whitney. She's getting ahead. She's doing her movie. Life has changed for her. And I think that was one of the reasons why I didn't really push the page, because I honestly believe, okay, if she's doing a movie and acting, she must be in a better spirit, But I really want to pray for Bobby, Christina and their family. And I want to pray for Bobby too. I know we all want to say what we want to say, but I watched the Oprah interview, and Whitney said no, she will not do anything that she doesn't want to do. And she was a big girl, and she loved. And at times, sometimes the wrong love can kill us, but that's a choice that God give us, freedom to love whom we will. And I pray for Bobby too, because I know sometimes we would like to point fingers, but he's also dealing with this, and we need to just really be a forgiver and, forgive him also, and just pray for the family that healing will come, and, that we will all continue to, remember Whitney for her music and her gift you know, how God used her to bless so many of us, you know. Thank you, Whitney, for being an inspiration. You know, your high moments overshadow all the bad ones, and I think you've touched so many women, even though they might not want to even notice. But you've touched so many women because you too have gone through some things that a lot of women are dealing with right now, you know, and they're broken and they might not go down the path you have, but they are dealing with it in a different way. So I just want to tell you, you know, I wish your family the best, and I pray that in this time of brokenness, your mom is a woman of God. She'll know that God is able to restore and bring healing. You know, I pray for coping power. I pray for, you know, happiness and peace in this time.